Hey guys, welcome to day 8 of my Road to 2000 series on chess.com. Today I'm going to play another 10-0 match. At this point we're at a winning streak of I think I've won all my games up until this point, which is, well, which is to be expected. Yeah, let's see. My opponent plays with the white pieces, Donicote Rosjante from Algeria. 870. I'm currently at 890. Still getting a fairly large amount of rating points for a win. Also a loss, pretty much rating points will be gone. So yeah. I guess at this tempo it will be at like 4 or 5 more days until I reach the 1000 mark, and yeah, assuming I win off my games, of course, which isn't always necessary. So yeah, let's just see what happens. Yeah, it's funny to see how much difference there is in opponents by how much time they take. My last opponent was very quick. This opponent takes his time. Yeah, I mean, obviously in a 10-0 match I would say take your time, because it's yeah, it's good to think about moves. I mean, obviously I'm not taking my time right now because this is all theory. So yeah, let's see. Will he take the free pawn? Okay. I think I mentioned this in one of my analyze with me parts. If he takes here, there's knight f6, which is the most common variation in the Vienna, or in the Caracan, of course, which is the main line. So yeah, probably we'll see knight xe4 and knight f6 and knight xf6, and then pawn takes the horse here. My opponent already down on time. Yeah. Let's see, have I faced this before? I don't actually recall ever facing this. Let's see, if I take and play move like e5, if he takes I can take and take. I do lose a pawn in that line. Maybe I can play e6, takes. There's also bishop here, which could be annoying. There's no bishop there, of course, because my knight is gone. Do I want to take him, or do I want him to take me? There is this move, which should be fine too. I don't think I want to take him because he gets the big center, and yeah, don't feel like there's any reason to allow that. If he goes here, for example, I have to take, because, or otherwise he will take, and if I take back he will win my bishop, so that's probably not good. So if I see bishop d3, I can take, and then if he goes here I have to retreat, which is also not necessarily what I want. So maybe I'll retreat myself to g6 before he can take. Should be fine too. Bishop d3. There's a check here, so if I ever get a piece on this file, I'll be able to, on this rank actually, I'll be able to give a check here and pick up the piece. Always something important to keep in mind. One of the downsides of playing f3 here is you can't really develop your knight, which is a bit annoying. So I mentioned this move. If he takes, and then takes, I can take like this and I get like a cube, which could be pretty cool. So okay, let's just see. I would like to play knight d7 here, but I can't, because if he takes and I take back, he wins my bishop. So let's just retreat my bishop, and if he takes, I'll take like this, and then I'll take like that. And I'll have to play with like this cube. Probably I'll castle the other way right now. Yeah. Also, this pawn is hanging, which it has been for Yeah, so here I can, oh, I could have actually taken this pawn, because if he checks like this, then I can take like this, and then my bishop is protected. And there's no discover checks to pick up my queen. So I could have taken this pawn probably, but yeah, doesn't really matter. See if my opponent will take my knight here. He doesn't. Maybe I'll take the pawn right now. There, I can go there. This doesn't actually work because I can take then, and if I go here, there's no moves like this because I can just take and take. So let's see, can I take the pawn? I think I can take the pawn, right? Yeah, should be fine. Okay. There's no bishop b2. Can just take that. If he takes here right now, I'll take with my queen. Or do I still take like this? That's actually should actually be possible too. But then if he takes here, yeah, I can just take. Can actually take with the pawn too, probably. Should be fine. My opponent does have to think about his time at this point, because we are obviously playing a 10-0 game, so there's no increment. So yeah. Okay, my opponent does not go there. I can take the knight, and if he takes the pawn, I can take with the bishop. If he takes the bishop, I can take with the... so there, takes with the bishop, I can take his queen and then take his bishop. So I think I'll trade here right now. There is bishop... yeah, okay, but that doesn't work, of course, right now, because I can deliver a mate. So if he takes with the pawn and I take with my bishop, there's this, but then I can give a check. So whenever bishop b2 will come, I can go here and give a check and get my king out of the problem. So I think this is the best move. Should be fine. Bishop b2, I can give a check. And after blocking with either piece, I can pick up this pawn. So bishop b2 does not work here. Yeah. If he takes like this, I can just take here right now, of course. He goes with the knight here. Okay, that's actually a decent move, probably. Let's see, I can go queen e5. I can give a check here, but then there's this. Okay, let's see, queen e5. What will my opponent play? Will my opponent play this, and there's this maybe? Queen e5, and then there is this maybe. So okay, so let's see, this, and here maybe. But then there's this. Okay, well that's actually a bit of a tricky move, I guess. Is there any way for me to keep protecting this and maybe go for, like, if I could give a check here, it would be pretty good. Can't really do that though, it's annoying. Let's see, what's the best move here? Maybe I'll just go bishop or queen e5, bishop d2, and queen d5. Is there that move then? Yeah, I gotta be careful for this or this move if my queen is on either of these squares, because then I'll lose the bishop. So let's see, I am up here, so that's actually good. Okay, let's just go. Okay, let's go here. There's actually a trick here. If he goes here, maybe I can go queen e6. That should be fine, actually. Or am I running into knight f4 in that situation. There, there. Maybe there? No, I can't go there. Okay, let's see. Bishop b2 is what I expect my opponent to play. And I'll probably have to... See, this is one of the downsides of how I'm playing in this game, is what you notice. I'm playing too much with my queen, and I'm not developing my pieces enough. So this is actually... the moment the opponent gets counterplay by pushing your queen away and you haven't developed your pieces, it's gonna turn in their favor, because the only thing you have to be careful about when playing early queen moves is that your queen doesn't get kicked around too much, because now my opponent is getting a lot of play and my bishop is going to be hanging if I'm not careful soon, and bishop b2 is coming, and if I go back there's knight coming, or knight f4. Yeah, you usually you don't really want to allow your opponent to kick your queen away, so that's something I'm not doing very good in this game. Something to improve from my end. Yeah. He plays bishop f4, which is also a move, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's a move, but I'm not really... Am I scared of this move? Not really, I guess, because... Let's see. So I can't go here because of this, and I can't go here because of this, right? So, let's see, what do we do? I can give a check, but then he just comes back, and yeah. Doesn't really do a whole lot. If I go bishop or queen e6, what will he do? Maybe knight d4. But then I can't check in that situation. There's this. So here, knight d4. So maybe here. Yeah, this is getting a little bit difficult. If he goes here, I can go. Let's see, what do we do? I do have to watch my time too. Okay, maybe I'll go here, and here. Okay, let's play queen e6. Let's see what my opponent will play. Still no taking this. There is knight d4, but I can go bishop, queen g6 maybe, and yeah. Not certain what will happen. My opponent will probably move his knight to d4 is what I'm suspecting, and then I'll probably go queen g6, and I'm still protecting this, but it does get a little bit dangerous. I have to be careful. I don't think there's any way to punish this right now. Okay, I can take this. I can take this right now though. Okay, let's go here. There's maybe bishop c7, threatening mate, but if he does, I can probably block with my knight, right? So knight d7. And there's no mate, and he can't take because it's protected. And if my opponent castles now, for example, or does anything else, I will probably hit him with e5, and his bishop can't take the pawn because my queen is attacking. Okay, he offers a queen trade, which is not a good move. I'm still up in material, so I will take this queen trade and play knight d7. Yeah, it's pretty difficult for new players, obviously, to find a way to... This is actually a fork. It's pretty difficult for new players to find a way to keep the momentum going, which is yeah. I mean, that's difficult, of course. Yeah. Not only for new players, also for good players, and yeah, it's just hard to. I think my opponent was definitely better here in this game at a certain point. Let's see, if he moves to the d file, I can play this move, and his knight is pinned, and yeah. But like I said, I think my opponent was definitely better here at some point, and it's just very difficult to find the correct IDs and to keep the momentum going, to stay to keep your advantage. Yeah, like I said, I think he was definitely better at some point in this game, and let's see if we can get a mate on the board. What would be the quickest way to do that? Probably to cut his king off. So if I go here, he can go here, but I just move back. Okay, he doesn't do that actually. And isn't this a mate right now? No, it's not. Obviously, I hang my rook in that situation. Let's see, if I go here, he can go here, of course. So there's no mate in that line. So what I want to do is maybe go... let's see, what is the mate? Where's the mate? I don't see a mate right now, so let me just push my pawn, protect my rook, and maybe I'll get a mate somehow like this. And yeah, let's see. This is the square he will escape to. So if I go here right now, he has to go here, and at that point I can go here, here, and here. Is that a mate? So only one move left here, and I can go here. And now he has to come here, and then this is mate, I think. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see. 87.5. Yeah, d4. I never play d4 actually. Something I've never learned. I've always played e4. So yeah. Most of this is theory. Bishop f5 is a bit tricky here. If, for example, I would have played, let's say this move. No, okay, that's the one move that doesn't work. But let's say I play this move, and then this move. This is a blunder, of course, because you can take, and take. So that's something to be careful about in that particular opening. Yeah, and f3 is just a very difficult move to play because you weaken this diagonal. So in this situation, you actually want to castle queenside probably, or be very careful with the dark squared bishop or dark squared pieces, because usually you have some sort of tactics with a knight here, and if the bishop or queen is here, you can give like a smothered mate or something like that. So none of that happened though, and bishop g6 was a bad move. Bishop g6 was a bad move, of course, because I could have taken the pawn, which was the best move here, obviously, which I saw a move later. Yeah, like I said, I think my opponent got into a little bit of a better position here. I think bishop b2 is the best move here, of course. If I move back, there's knight here, and yeah, this is just a little bit difficult from my end to play. Yeah, a lesson for new players, of course, is don't move your queen too much in the opening, and yeah, maybe I shouldn't have taken the bishop here. After knight e2, the best move for black would have been to go here with my queen, and if he takes, am I not just giving up a piece? No, I'm not, because I got this move. Okay, yeah, that's difficult to see, of course. One of the things I didn't want to do is lose sight of my bishop, because I would lose it. But if he goes here, there's this fork, and you can only block with his queen, for example, or with his bishop. And any other move just loses the bishop again. So I played this, and yeah, at this point my opponent took the bishop, which I think it was best for him to go here, which it wasn't actually. Yeah, queen g6 is something I had mentioned, and here there is something like, see, you can take a bishop, take a pawn here. I can go here. And after all this, there is a fork, not yet. Knight a6. Okay, well, just position it a little bit better for black. None of that happened though, and he took my bishop and I took back. He offered a queen trade, which I was happy to take, of course, because I was up in material. And here he hung a fork between the pawn, between the two minor pieces with the pawn. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's not a whole lot to say about the rest of this game, I think. Did I find the quickest way? No, there was another quicker way. Rook of here, here, then here, here, and here. Okay, yeah, also pretty made. Yeah, okay. This was the game for today. Next episode will be released soon, and hopefully we'll cross the 1,000 mark in a few days, and it will be more difficult to face higher rated opponents. So, okay, on to the next one, guys. Bye.